Hello. So, it is time for week 5 of the UBL season 5. This one's a toughie. So we're against Paraic and the Shannon Shamans. Paraic has actually been doing very well. They are 3-1. I believe they're actually second. No, third overall. They're third overall because someone has a higher differential at 3-1. We are currently 4-0. I'll be honest, I don't feel great about the 4-0 because I've only actually played 2 games. Because, yeah, I've had 2 forfeit wins. So I don't feel great about it. Though the games I have played, I've been, happy with. But yeah, so we have Paraic. Their team consists of Urshifu Single Strike, Clefable, Latios, Gliscor, Mega Venusaur, Rotom Heat, Empoleon, Cutiefly, Raticate, and Palpitoad. The bottom 3 mons, in my opinion, just don't even matter. They don't exist to me. This is a 7-mon team. Though the last time I said that, I was GSC season 3 or week 4, and I didn't account for Lapras coming. But it's Cutiefly, it's Raticate, and it's Palpitoad. Like, I'm in regular draft, not even low tiers, so like I'm not as worried. And I have answers to, like, the only thing that would technically be scary is like a Guts Raticate, and that's like it. So, if webs come, I have removal, that's fine. If Palpitoad comes, I don't know what the hell it's doing. So, I would be happy if I saw any of them, but I'm just not expecting any of them. So yeah, I had to really have a think, because despite them being top heavy, the mons work really well together. It's a pain to break through Clefable, Gliscor, Mega Venu, Defensive Rotom Heat, and Empoleon. They've got to leave something behind, mind you. My guess would be Empoleon. Gliscor's a good switch into Zard and Landorus. Venu kind of wars a lot of my team. Rotom Heat is probably the best defogger they can bring other than Gliscor. Is also good for... Can be good for Landorus, especially if I'm Scarfed. Could be good for Zard if the right build. Good against some of my other ones like Moltres and Virizion. So I could see Rotom Heat coming. Empoleon I can see coming, but like it's good against what? Actually? What's it good against? I'm like common to bring. Like it's fine to switch into Florges, and like it's good to switch into my defensive pieces like Florges, Registeel. Last year's I'm expecting to come Scarf just in case I actually get a DD off with Zard. Clefable I'm expecting to come. It's either going to be Unaware or it's going to be set up. I expect Unaware, but it could easily be Calm Mind. In fact, I'm more expecting to Calm Mind, to be honest, just because they can do Scarf Latios or Scarf Urshifu. So, and Urshifu is obviously just, I hate Urshifu. Singles or VGC, I just don't like Urshifu. I think it's a terribly designed Pokemon. So I've been creative. I may re-record this team builder, just because I may have changed decisions. But for now, this is what I'm going with. First of all, Azov. Azov actually outspeeds their entire team. Dazzling Gleam, Psychic, Thunderbolt, U-turn hits everything. Thunderbolt isn't necessary, but like I've got to have something to hit Empoleon. Psychic chunks so much of their team. Like, Psychic Dazzling Gleam, like, actually just runs through their entire team, if you look. Like, Dazzling Gleam, Psychic, Dazzling Gleam, Psychic, 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 and then, like, T-Bolt for Empoleon, and then nothing else really takes it, so... I know it's, like, kind of standard, but, yeah, like, it does so much. It does so much damage. Like, I'm covering for Latios just in case it's Specs or Life Orb. But yeah, I expect Azov to do pretty well. Overall, I may even change it to No, there's some special hits I can see myself taking. I was thinking on changing to a defense lowering nature just so U-turn does more damage, but no, there's some special hits like Volt Switch from Rotom, Scald from Empoleon, or like anything from Venu. So, yeah. Next up, actually I'm going to save Registeel for the end, because Registeel's kind of heat, I'm not going to lie. So is Zard, but we'll do Zard next. We are Flare Blitz, Scale Shot, Swords Dance, Roost on this thing. So Scale Shot was something I noticed, and I was like, huh, that could be really nice here, because like Swords Dance plus Scale Shot, you get your boost, like in 2 turns, you do damage, but and instead of like DDing twice and you get +2 speed, you get +2 attack and only +1 speed, which either forces them to show me their Scarf Latios. Because so here's the plan. I'm gonna actually lead Zard. Now I've led Zard before, but leading Zard here is the plan. Because I'm expecting them to lead like Rotom Heat or like Empoleon or something like that, and then like force me to show them their answer. Whether that's hard switching to Latios or going to Clefable because it's unaware, or going to what I'm expecting to be their answer, which is Gliscor. The way this whole interaction plays out is I SD as they switch into Gliscor, or they lead it. If they lead it, it doesn't work actually. They have to give me a turn to Swords Dance. So with Swords Dance, we go for Flare Blitz as they EQ, and then we Scale Shot and get the +1 speed, and then they have to show me their answer. Are they Scarf Urshifu? Which if they are, they've got to worry about me being max speed. Or are they Unaware Clefable, or are they Scarf Latios? Which at that point I think really Scarf Latios is the only thing. Otherwise I at least get 1 more kill. Potentially 2. The whole idea behind Roost is if they actually bring in Urshifu, I'm most likely going to Roost. Because of Sucker Punch. Either Sucker Punch would get the KO at that point. Guaranteed, no questions asked. So if it's Banded Sucker Punch, then I can Roost. And if it's Scarfed, there's actually a chance that I live. Depends on the roll on the EQ and like whatever they move they go for. I'm only actually outspeeding Adamant Scarf, because I don't expect them to outspeed. If they're going Scarf, there's no reason for them to go for Zard. There's no reason for them to go to max speed, so I'm just going for Lando, just in case they want to call for max speed Lando, if they're Scarfed. But if they're banned, I can Roost and then get back to full, and then I can Flare Blitz more things. And I can Roost, and I can SD, like if they're going to force me to Sucker, if they're going to like just sit in there and Sucker Punch, I can just Roost back to full, get to +6 SD, and then just wait for them to run out of Sucker Punches before like I actually use an attack. So that's the idea behind Zard. Otherwise, it probably won't do too much. It hasn't really been doing too much recently, just because like everyone's over-prepping for Zard for obvious reasons. But I think this one is a bit more, it's a bit more out there, where I don't think it's quite what they're expecting. And again, like, if it's Clef, it's Clef. Like, Clef actually dies in 2 hits, so if they go Clef, I can just break it down. If it's Fizdef, if it's Special Defensive, Fizdef has a chance to live 2, a good chance to live 2 with leftovers. And if it's, because at that point it would have to be Unaware, and Unaware may run Boots. But if it's Unaware leftovers, there's a good chance it lives if it's max HP, max Fizdef. If it's Spadef, it dies in 2, even with no attack investment. So yeah. Next up, Rotom Wash. We're decently offensive with a bit of bulk, a bit of speed, enough speed to outspeed, no speed Gliscor, or 4-speed Gliscor. Gliscor can run so many speed stats that I don't really want to try and cover it too much. So, yeah, we just got the Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, Light Screen, we're bringing a Light Screen again, and Pain Split. Now I'm expecting Venu to switch in a ton against Rotom Wash. So, just being able to Volt Switch out, Light Screen, Volt Switch out, and go into Azelf, and just start firing off Psychics against their team, I think could be really, really good. And then Pain Split just for the recovery. I've got enough special attack on there to OHKO a Fizdef Gliscor, guaranteed. So, then Volt Switch. Volt Switch will do good damage against, like, Empoleon. I didn't want to go choice. Like, I think Light Screen is actually going to be pretty solid here, because, like, other than Gliscor and, Urshifu, the main mons are all special, like Venu, Rotom Heat, Empoleon, Latios. Latios can go physical with DD. DD is a little scary, but I do have Florges, and then Clefable, which if they're physical, that's better for me anyway, because then like Clefable. Sorry, I think Florges probably deals with it just as well. So yeah, Lando T is next, where AV, again, they're quite special, so having AV is quite nice. Again, enough speed for Gliscor, rest in HP and attack. I prefer the bulk over the offense, here. We still, like, free at KO Fizdef Venu, which is pretty impressive. Obviously getting Giga Drain and Leech Seed and all that good stuff. But, like, yeah, if I catch a knockoff on, like... Knockoff isn't that great here, but it's enough on certain ones, like Clef, Rotom Heat, and an Empoleon. If I catch Latios with it for some reason, then it would be good. Or Gliscor before Poison Heal. Like there's situations where knockoff is useful. Probably the least useful move. Stonehenge obviously for Rotom Heat. Then we got Florges. Very standard Florges. I need something to take a hit for an Urshifu. Like, I basically will trade Florges for Urshifu if they want to. If they're Scarf, I think if they're banned, I do die to Iron Head, or I think it's Poison Jab. Iron Head or Poison Jab, whichever one it goes for. But then I can switch into something safer and then use Florges for fodder later. I don't have great answers to Urshifu. I just, like, it's so difficult to switch into. And then last but not least, Registeel. Stealth Rock, Heavy Slam, Stealth, Seismic Toss, and Cycle. And we're running a good amount of speed. We're actually outspeeding my Kamala. Because I don't want them to run enough speed to outspeed Kamala on their Clef. This beats Calm Mind Clef. This beats Cosmic Power Clef. In fact, if it's Cosmic Power Clef and Urshifu is gone, the game is over. I win the 1v1. In fact, the reason for Seismic Toss is literally so I don't PP stall against Clef. That's it. I'm running Seismic Toss to not PP stall against Clef. I was thinking T-Wave, but I was like, I don't want them to get paralyzed. So against a standard Calm Mind, Soft Boil, Stored Power, Moonblast Clef, or Cosmic Power, I think they have the same PP. If they don't, I think I still have enough PP because Stored Power 16, Moonblast 24, Soft Boil 16, and then Calm Mind is 16. But even if it's 32, I've got two 32 PP moves. And then two 16s, so I've got 96 PP total. So even if they are, I've got the 16 from Soft Boil, 16 from Stored Power. That's 32, 24. So that's another. That's 52? No, 56. That's 56 PP. So even if they have... No, it shouldn't be 56, right? I can't math right now. What is it? So... You know what? Let's just get a calculator. Nope, not a calculator, average. I was doing that at one point. Calculator... so, what is it? So 32 plus 32, 24 plus 16 plus 16 is 88. So, and I have 16 plus 16 plus 32 plus 32, which is 96. So we have enough PP to out PP stall it. And they should be down like 6 coal mines anyway. So regardless, we will PP stall it. If it's stored power, if it's cosmic power, then we win anyway. If Urshifu is gone and it's cosmic power, game is done. They do not have anything that could break it other than, I guess, Leech Seed from Venu. But they would have to Leech Seed stall with Venu. And probably lose their Venu for it. They would lose Clef, they would lose Venu. As long as Urshifu's gone. So, yeah. I don't know. And the thing is, this can still... it's got Stealth Rocks. Like, this still is my rocker for the week. So, I don't know. It's a... Like, I actually put a decent amount of thought into this. And I've put, like, even though I'm bringing, like, kind of similar mons a lot, as I think, Snom pointed out, like, similar mons come a lot with this team, but, like, for this matchup, like, I need the best of the best that can beat what they have. So yeah. That is it for the team, and I will see you guys in the battle. I don't know when it's going to be yet, because I haven't actually asked them. But we'll see. So, I'll see you guys in the battle. Oh boy. I'm actually quite nervous for this. But we're ready for the battle with Paraic. Let's do this. Oh, I'm a lot more nervous for this than I'd like to admit, or just like to be in general, because this is the true test, in my opinion. We had Lyric, which was a really close game, and then we had 2 forfeit wins when we had Leonardo. But at this point, this feels like a real test. Can I break through Paraic? Let's do this. What are you leaving behind? Because I've got to leave behind something. Is it Empoleon? It is Empoleon, okay. I had a feeling it would be Empoleon. Yeah. I'm gonna go Zard. The whole plan was to lead Zard here. They're gonna leave Rotom Heat, okay. So they get to show me their answer to this turn 1. I get to a Mega Evolved Swords Dance. They are faster. That means they're Scarfed. Okay, so they're Scarfed. That's really good to know. This was the whole plan. So we do Flare Blitz into Scale Shot. We live the EQ. Don't miss. They go to Clef. How much does this do? On Fizdef Clef. Because I can Roost here. I get up rocks. If I hurt myself... What if it's Spadef? What if it's... do I do enough recoil to myself where it's... so 22% plus 37, I can kill myself if it's Spadef. But if it's Spadef, then it takes half. Do I go for the second roost or do I go for the attack? Nothing else wants to take a +2 Flare Blitz. Nothing. Like, nothing can come in and take a +2 Flare Blitz. Oh, what's my defogger? It's Florges, okay. That's fine. They don't have Empoleon, which makes Florges a lot better. Do I roost again, or do I just go for the Flare Blitz? It's definitely not Swords Dance. It's never Swords Dance here. I'm gonna go for Flare Blitz. It is Spadef. They put a Toxic on me. It's Spadef with Unaware for sure then. It's got a bit of Fizdef. Hang on, if it's Fizdef? No, it can't be full Fizdef. It looks like it might be bold with no investment, which means this is a roll. And we get the roll! Cleft down! That's huge! I will take that. Cleft down is a huge deal. That's one of the main defensive pieces gone. And Gliscor is also really weakened. I just don't know what to go to from here. So the thing is, so I know that's Scarf Rotom. I'm gonna go to Florges. I want these rocks gone. They go to Rotom. So what I can do here is I can protect, scout for the move. Because I know they are... I know that they're choiced. Yeah, so they want to trick. The issue is nothing really wants to take a Trick Scarf that much. Who's getting a Trick Scarf? That's the question. Honestly, I think it should be Rotom. Honestly, I think it should just be Rotom. They go to Gliscor. Oh, that's a really good switch for me then. I think I kill from full, right? Oh, my hands are shaking. You can probably tell with my mouse a little bit. I think it KOs Fizdef? Yeah, KOs Fizdef, which... Yeah. Which, we can tell with Zard. +2... That's +3. +2... I think it was Spadef. It did... Was it did 73%. No, it did more, right? 79? That might not be... Wait, their rocker is down. As soon as I defog, rocks are gone for the game. I wonder if this is actually SD then. Venu... No, I don't think it's SD. I think this is the... No. Yeah, this is the defogger. Okay. So EQ, Roost, defog, one more. Probably not. Knockoff would be my guess. So if I do light screen, I can light screen or I can hydro, or I can volt switch. I don't like volt switch. I think volt switch is too risky. I'm just gonna go for the hydro. I'm not gonna overpredict. They're gonna go to Latios. Okay, can I Latios. Nope. I want my Rotom. Versus Latios. Specs. Well, Specs Draco always kills. Well, it doesn't always kill. So I was predicting them to be Scarf Latios, but they're Scarf Rotom. So I wonder if this is Calm Mind. How much does my Lando take? Too much. Too much with these rocks up. I really don't want to make a passive play just in case. So let's use his HP. I'm gonna put a light screen. They're gonna baton pass. That makes me think it's Scarf still. That 100% makes me think it's Scarf still. I'm going to go for Hydro Pump again. They're going to go to Venu. I missed the Hydro. That's kind of unfortunate. The chip would have been nice. Okay. I don't think 7% is really going to tell me much about this thing. Though it's not going to tell him much either. It does tell me something, though. That looks more Spadef than anything. In fact, that has to be Max Spadef. Okay, so it's Spadef. Spadef specifically for Azelf, presumably. Now, breaking this thing in particular is going to be a nightmare. How much does my Florges take with Reflect? So, Florges... I have Reflect, so light screen. I take 26%. This is a safe switch into Azelf. How much does my Azelf do to max Spadef? 65%. I need a lot more damage on it. But, this is a free switch. I think I should take it. There's a free switch in Azelf right now. I forgot. Well, Toxic's not the worst outcome, especially because that could have been on Florges. Is it Toxic Protect? How much does this thing do to Azelf? Doesn't do much at all. I was wondering why I had T-Bolt. I had T-Bolt for Empoleon just in case. Did they make the aggressive switch? I haven't actually made an aggressive read so far. I'm gonna go for it. You go to Rotom. I mean, this is last turn of Light Screen. I can go to Lando pretty safely here. Was that Volt Switch? Yeah, it's Volt Switch in their choice. So I get a really safe U-turn here. It'll put me on the back foot for now, but in the long run, this is going to be more helpful. It likely has Toxic. I'm okay with that. The U-turn, okay, that's another move. It should be Defog Roost at this point. It should be Defog Roost at this point. I want to scout. It's Leech Seed, okay. It's good to know. It's good to know. I'm going to go into Registeel. Something really important right now is that I can get my rocks up. They put a Leech Seed on me, but I get my rocks up. And at some point, they've got to show me that Gliscor can defog. At some point. So they can't have everything, because it may not have Synthesis, is the only thing I can think of. I think this thing is basically going to be a PP stall fest. I'm not gonna lie. It goes for Earth Power. Ooh, that's a really good thing to know. Okay. So it's gotta be Sludge Bomb last. It has to be. Which means Rotom's a lot safer than I think. Than I initially thought it would be. If it's Earth Power Sludge Bomb. So if it's because we know it's not Fizz Death, it has to be Spidef for this. Lando EQ to Spid. That's a good amount of damage actually. That plus knock. It could be knockoff as well. Am I recording? Yes, I am. Okay. I have just U-turned into this thing's face, right? I'm gonna go for an EQ. They make the play, they go to Gliscor. Okay, that's fine. At this point, I think bluffing the Scarf is actually more important than anything. I'm gonna bluff the Scarf. They're gonna defog, yeah. I'm going to once again Hydro Pump. No! I actually got it right! That one hurts, because that was a huge one. I am safer in here than I'm good here. I'm good here other than Toxic. I do wish I had what's it called? Okay, I'm gonna Volt Switch. How much would it do? Venu with no investment versus my Registeel. Registeel. That's HP fire. Probably not that much, right? Yeah, it doesn't do much at all. So I'm gonna go to Registeel. And they go to Urshifu now. I hate you, Urshifu. I have to go to Florges. It's my dedicated switch in. The U-turn. Okay. I can calc for banded damage. That's really important. Is this thing banded? Or is it scarfed? Versus Urshifu. That's bulk up. That's adamant. It's not really helpful. Urshifu, Uber Scarf. U-turn does 10 to 12. It's not adamant. It's not that was a low roll on Jolly Scarf. That was a low roll on Jolly Scarf. So it's not banded. We know it's not Life Orb, obviously. Yeah, they defog. This time I'm gonna Volt Switch. Yeah, they've got no reason to stay in, is the thing. I don't know if that was the right play. No. No, I think it's fine. I could have gone to Registeel there. Actually, no, Registeel was better. Registeel was better. But I revealed that I want to go to Florges. And I think they're going to try to play a bit more aggressive with Urshifu now. So, how do I want to play this? I should have been Side Shock, dude. You go to Rotom. Okay. They've seen that I want to scout with Protect. I'm not sure if they want to kind of deal with that again. I'm going to Protect again. I want to see. I want to see if they're going to, like, catch on to this. They are. Okay, that's good to know. I do wish I had rest. Psychup is proving to be a little useless right now. But I think getting a Wish Up, yeah, so they go for Leech Seed first, which is really good. Because that means I just get into Registeel for free. They go for Sludge Bomb, they do reveal it, which is really, really nice. I could double back into Florges if I want to predict the Urshifu, but that's such a risky switch. I think just getting the rocks up is, like, more important. I'm gonna go to Landorus. Their Scarf Willow, that's so good, but I hate it. I mean, they have to switch their Scarf Willow. Makes my Lando a lot more neutered. I don't know what else it could have been. This time, forcing them out is the right play. How much does my Azov take? not from Urshifu, jeez. I mean, that'll do. That's light screen up. Without light screen, I will die in one hit. I'm gonna light screen. They're gonna put up the leech seed. They double leech seed. The thing is, at this point, I'm actually playing a PP game. Is what I'm actually trying to do. I'm trying to stall them out of leech seeds. He's really got no reason to stay in. So I'm going to double out. He goes to Rotom. If he'd Volt Switch, he'd want to Volt Switch into Veno. But I feel like at this point, he might just want to trick me. So I'm going to go to Lando. I can feel the trick. And if he Volt Switches, then I still get my initiative. He goes for the Volt Switch, okay. He is stuck in here. He goes for the Volt Switch again. I had a feeling. But that means if he doesn't get rid of rocks, this Rotom is dead. He also now knows that I'm not at least max speed Scarf Lando. Though I don't know how much speed is on his Rotom, but he can guess that I'm not Scarfed. How much? Let me just see if that Rotom has any bulk. So my Landorus versus Rotom Heat. That's like max HP. I am burned. That was a max roll with no HP investment. So that's got to be, like, pure offensive. He can't risk going into Gliscor. So I'm just going to put up a light screen. It's going to hard switch into Gliscor. That's surprising. I think he might be having the same idea, actually. Run me dry over... He goes for it, wow. I'm gonna put up a light screen, because he's not staying in. Yeah, no way. No way he stays in on that. He went for a risky one, that's for sure. This is going to be a long match. I'm going to S-Toss. I'm going to do it. Ah, that's unfortunate. Alright, if you're Scarfed Iron Head, show it me. Yeah, I knew it. I knew he'd have something for Florges, he had to. He's not Scarfed, that's huge! Okay, that's really, really good, because that means that, Azov outspeeds it. How much does my Azov actually do to Gliscor? Just max HP, there's max HP, max per def, it's a 2-hit KO. Okay. Just good to know, good to know. This is such a long match. The thing is, him staying in doesn't get him anything. There's no reason for him to stay in. It just goes to Latios. And I get my light screen up, which means this thing is a lot. Wait, if it's Baton Pass, it can't be set up. It actually cannot be set up with it if it's Baton Pass. It's got to be choiced in some way. So I wonder if I Pain Split, because I haven't revealed my last move yet. I can Pain Split on something else like the Gliscor, so I'm just gonna go for it. That did nothing. That did nothing. So, what does that mean? Is Floor just safe? Let me have a look. So my Rotom with Light Screen up against Latios. I'm looking at Scarf first. Psychic. The Side Shot is affected by Light Screen. Timid Scarf. Timid Scarf, 100%. So how much does my Floor just take? Nothing. Actually nothing. So I'm gonna go to Florges. He goes to Venu. I'm gonna go to Lando. They go to Urshifu. Ooh. Oh, that's a really good switch for me then. And we know it's not choiced. It might just be Black Glasses then. How much would Black Glasses... To my Lando. I'm gonna look at Black Glasses. Urshifu. Could bulk up Black Glasses. Wicked Blow does a lot of damage. And how much does... -1 Poison Jab doesn't 2-hit KO. So I'm just gonna double out. With the Florges. They U-turn. Okay. I'm surprised they went for the U-turn, honestly. Venu comes in. How do I want to do it? Because, so this is really tricky at this point. How many Leech Seeds? 10 left. A lot of Toxics left. Sludge one does about 50% to me. And obviously I don't want to eat a Toxic. So I'm going to go to Registeel. They actually go for the Toxic there. Okay. It should be Wicked Blow Sucker Punch, which actually means Registeel's a... Wicked Blow Sucker Punch. Unless they don't have Wicked Blow? There's no way, right? Because if they don't have Wicked Blow, they can't touch my Landorus. I need to know more about Urshifu. Last time I just went for an S-Toss. That was me trying to catch the Rotom on the switch-in. I'm gonna go for it again. They're gonna go for the Urshifu. I'm gonna go to Florges this time. They go for CC. Okay, so it's Sucker Punch or Wicked Blow. It cannot be both. It cannot be both Sucker Punch and Wicked Blow. Which is really, really important. Because if it's not Sucker Punch, then Azov actually can beat it. If it is Sucker Punch, then Lando walls it. I wonder if they make an aggressive play here, and they actually just go for Poison Jab. I'd be cool with... Am I cool with trading Florges for Urshifu? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm okay with this trade, because I can actually still Wish Up. Now, not in front of Venu. I guess they don't think they've got enough firepower. I've still got to play super careful. For obvious reasons. This has been a long game. It's not been that long, actually, surprisingly. It's just felt like a long time, because I'm taking a lot of time between turns. They may not think they can actually get Registeel anymore. They go for Sludge Bomb. I'm gonna go for the S-Toss. That was a bad S-Toss, actually. That was a bad S-Toss. How much does max HP Venu have? As 364 and at 52%, it had, no, that's 52, it has 189 with Leech Seed, so it would take 3 S-Tossers. I don't want it to take 3 S-Tossers. That would mean Registeel getting really low, and that's a way I could lose. How much does, I take like 50% from Sludge Bomb? There's no way he goes for Sludge Bomb here. So I'm gonna go for Azov. This always kills at this point. I'm not going to mess around. They're going to go to Latios. They're still going to take a good chunk from this. You go to Registeel. They go for Psyshock. They go to Rotom, they sack it off. They go to Gliscor. This is their chance to defog, presumably. They can also just EQ. I'm just going to go to Rotom. They go for the defog. I can always set up my rocks again on the Venusaur. They just defog again. Okay, now we'll go for the Hydro Pump. Dude, these misses. I'm gonna Volt Switch. Um... I should have light screened at some point in there. How much would Mystical Fire do? So... Registeel versus Latios? Scarf? Mystical Fire? That's with light screen up. Just like 30%. They go for the Draco. Okay. They drop in Dracos. They have to go to Gliscor here. I'm gonna force them to go to Gliscor, and I'm gonna force them to stay in Defog. They actually go for the EQ. Okay. I'm gonna Hydro. I'm gonna catch the Gliscor. Finally, his stupid thing is gone. I'm gonna go to Landorus. They go for the Toxic. Okay. Let me see. Landorus, my set that's burned. Against Venusaur that's Spadef. $21 to $25, and then they get to Leech Seed 12%. It'd be a roll. 20, I'll go for it. It's certainly a roll. But I think I got it in my favor. They go to Latios. Cool, I'm gonna knock off. They go for Baton Pass. And then Latios comes in. They Ice Beam. If you don't think I'm not getting a kill with Florges. Oh, I live. No way! Oh dear. GG Paraic. That was a really tough one to kind of play around. Sorry it took so long, so I was taking so long between turns. But I really took this match seriously. I knew that with the right plays, that this match can go my way. And I knew it was going to be tough to break through this team. With Venu, Gliscor, Clefable, I knew it was going to be tough. I'm really glad the Zard set worked. Obviously, Zard died, but it broke Gliscor early, forced it so it couldn't come in early. It beat it, I traded it for Clefable, which meant they didn't have rocks for the game, which was huge. I played aggressive with Florges when I needed to. And obviously, it was a lot of switching and a lot of kind of finding my way to actually get to the end game there. So, yeah, they said losing Urshifu marks the end. So, yeah, it was a close one. Obviously it was a 4-0, but it was still, like, it was a lot to play through. But GG's regardless, I believe that's Scarf Latios. Like, I don't see why it would be anything else at that point. Double Scarfer. But yeah, that is the match. I'm really happy with that one. So yeah. GG's to Paraic, and I'll see you guys next time. We're now 5-0. Sick.